Welcome to the tokenized economy. Here is today's explainer on hot wallets and cold storage.
All right, so let's jump right into the big question, right? How do you keep your digital assets both super safe and easy to use? I mean, you want Fort Knox level security, but you also need to be able to access your funds quickly when you want to. It's this constant tug of war, you know? Safety versus convenience. And getting that balance just right, well, that's the whole game.
So let's tackle the first part of that equation, speed. When you need your assets to be liquid and ready to go at a moment's notice, that's where hot wallets come into play.
So what exactly is a hot wallet? It's pretty simple, actually. Its key feature, the one thing you need to remember, is that it's always connected to the internet. A great way to think about it is like your everyday debit card or checking account. It's online, it's ready to go, which means transactions are super fast. But here's the catch. That always-on connection, its greatest strength, is also its biggest vulnerability.
And you see them everywhere. That speed is absolutely critical. Think about active traders. They need to execute a trade right now. Or exchanges, right? They need to manage liquidity and process customer withdrawals without any delay. And if you're exploring the world of DeFi, well, a hot wallet is basically your passport for interacting with all those decentralized apps or dApps.
So what do these look like in the real world? Well, for you and me, the most common examples are personal wallets. You've probably heard of MetaMask or Phantom. But then you've got the institutional side of things. Big exchanges like Coinbase and Binance, they run these massive, complex hot wallet infrastructures to handle just a crazy volume of transactions every single day.
Okay, so we've covered speed. Now let's flip the coin and talk about the other side, maximum security. If a hot wallet is your checking account for daily spending, then cold storage, that's the heavily guarded bank vault where you keep your life savings.
The secret sauce for cold storage is one simple, powerful idea. It's completely offline. We're talking about a true air gap here, a physical barrier between your private keys and the internet. The keys are created and kept on a device that never touches the web. And because of that, it's pretty much impossible for a hacker to get to them remotely. It really is the closest thing we have to a digital Fort Knox.
So let's put them side by side. It really boils down to this. Hot wallets are online for speed, making them perfect for your daily operations. Cold storage is offline for security, which is exactly what you want for your long-term holdings. You're trading speed for security, or vice versa. You just can't get the best of both worlds in a single package, so you have to be smart about it.
And if you want to see how the pros do it, just look at the major institutional custodians. We're talking about places like Fidelity Digital Assets or Bitco Trust, who are responsible for safeguarding billions of dollars. They are not messing around. The huge majority of the assets they protect, you guessed it, it's sitting securely in cold storage.
Okay, so if one is fast and one is safe, how do institutions actually operate? Do they have to pick one? Well, no. The real-world solution is much smarter. You don't choose one over the other. You use both. You create a hybrid model that gives you the best of each.
And this right here is what that balance typically looks like. You'll keep a relatively small portion, maybe around 15%, in hot wallets. That's your operational cash, right? It's there for liquidity, for withdrawals, for the day-to-day stuff. But the lion's share, the other 85%, is locked down tight in cold storage, safe and sound.
Now, as you can probably imagine, building and managing a system like this isn't simple. It's incredibly complex. And that's why there are entire companies, specialists like Fireblocks and Copper, that have emerged to do just that. They're the architects who build these layered, sophisticated custody systems for institutions, letting them have their cake and eat it too. Speed for operations and rock-solid security for their core assets.
All right, let's wrap this up and take a quick peek at what's coming next.
So there you have it. The fundamental trade-off: hot wallets for everyday speed, cold storage for ultimate security, and hybrid models as the professional-grade solution to balance both. But you know, this really only answers the question of where the assets are kept. There's another huge piece of the puzzle. How are they actually held? And for that, we're going to have to dive into the difference between segregated and omnibus models in our next explainer.
Hey, if you found this useful, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that next breakdown. And seriously, if you have any questions or if there's another topic in this space you'd like us to tackle, just drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in.